All right, welcome to the post-race press conference for the 250 East, round 2 of the 2022 season. From Arlington, Triple Crown, congratulations to Cameron McAdoo, Jeremy Martin, and Jet Lawrence. Cameron, I'll start with you. We had a pretty good conversation yesterday about your narrative and how you used to be a little looser, a little wilder, and how that's changed. And you reminded me that last year, for the majority of the season, that's how it was. A couple big get-offs, but for the most part, you progressed a lot last year. This year seems like the next step. Wild night of racing for you, but very stable, very calm, and got the win. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Your boy will still get loose for sure, but I'm trying to do my best to eliminate those mistakes and to be there each time. And tonight it was very important to get 3 good starts and be consistent. So I did my best to really lock in, and especially going into the last race with the 3-way tie was pretty intense. So it felt good to get the job done and to have a rather uneventful night for me. So it was nice.
Congratulations. I'll start with Jason Wygant with RacerX.
Yeah, thanks, Jason from RacerX. I'll go to Jet Lawrence. Take us through everything that happened there in that wild third race, starting with the whoops, and then everything that happened after that when you were trying to make the pass.
I mean, there's it sucks what happened. I got wild. I obviously didn't learn my lesson from the first time. I got wild once, and I thought I could balls my way through it, but made another got a little sketchy in the whoops again. But then most people saw what happened after. I don't really like talking about it much because I feel gutted about it. I just a stupid mistake of my behalf of hitting a tough block and taking out another rider, which is pissed at myself. I really can't say much. I am sorry to the Faulkner family, Austin, and his chick. It's I was looking forward to racing him this year because he's. I think a lot of people can agree he's definitely one of the most talented guys on a Supercross track. He's shown it many of times, and I just feel sick about it, really. I don't have much else to say about it, really, so yeah.
Thanks.
David Iser.
Thanks, Daniel. This one's for Cameron. Cameron, with what you went through last year in the Supercross season and, of course, your outdoor nationals and then the off season, all wins seem awesome for you guys, but this seemed like a huge relief valve for you. Was this just like a culmination of all the pressure you've been under?
Yeah, totally. I mean, I've been through a lot, and all of us have. We're dirt bike racers. We put ourselves through a lot. So, towards the end of the last Supercross season, obviously everyone knows that I had some pretty scary moments and some pretty big struggles. And then, my first race outdoors, I tore my ACL and my meniscus and had a full knee reconstruction. So to sit out all outdoors, and man, I just had to work so hard to get back to this point, and it's special. Like to win at this level anytime is special, and it felt really good tonight, and these guys are riding so well. It was really special, and I'm enjoying it.
How many times did you tell yourself during that third moto, don't crash? Don't crash.
It wasn't don't crash. It was basically like just focus. Like that's really what my pit board said every lap for the last. After I saw 5 minutes, all I saw was focus, and that was helpful because that's really what you had to do tonight with how slick it was. And man, I had such a big lead where it's pretty easy to start trying to settle back, but that's really when stuff can go south. So, I mean, until I crossed across the mechanics area on the last lap, and I did a fist pump, and I got a little trouble for that. So, but I knew I had enough room to roll through the whoops and make it happen. So yeah, I really had to focus, and the track was slick, and it could get you if you didn't focus.
Congratulations! Thank you.
Thank you.
Jamie with MotoX Pod.
Hey, Jed, I want to go back to you a minute. The thing with Faulkner kind of happened because of the situation you put yourself in by losing the rear end that happened the first moto and the second moto, I believe. Was that just a little bit of the track conditions, or maybe being a little patient? What do you think?
That's just me being stupid as F, really. Not learning my mistake. I mean, I did it first moto, really good start. And, I mean, it's okay doing it once, but doing it twice, I feel like then you just have to get the information beat into you. Works for me most of the time. So, yeah, just me not learning my lessons, the main thing, and I wish I didn't do that because obviously everything else wouldn't have happened the way it did.
Yeah, but hey, I appreciate you owning it, man.
Trent, Moto Limited.
Thanks, Daniel. Trent Moto Limited show. I'll go to Jeremy. J-Mart, tonight, you had your incidents throughout the evening, but you said you want to go to the 450 class. Is it to get away from the chaos that was tonight? Like, it just seemed like everywhere you looked, there was something happening right now.
Yeah, man, the 250 class is pretty dang wild. I mean, but it's wild in the 450 too. I mean, it's the nature of the beast. It's Supercross. You guys throw in the Triple Crown in there and make us riders drop 3 gates, and we're all close in speed and we're all competitive, and it gets a little wild out there. The track breaks down. Like I practiced quite a bit of whoops this off season, but I tell you what, you show up there on race day and you see after the 450 main event, I walked over here for the press conference and I was looking at the chuck holes that were in them, and I was like, wow. So it's just, it's a tough game.
Awesome job tonight. Thanks, man.
Brad Gephardt.
Thanks, Daniel. Brad Gephardt, Big MX Radio. Let's go to McAdoo on this one. First of all, congrats on the win. You mentioned it during an earlier question, but the pit board with your mechanic, Kyle Defoe, fantastic guy, great mechanic. You've been working with him for, I believe, 2 years now. Tell us a little bit about the relationship the two of you guys have shared and his impact in your career so far.
Yeah, Kyle's awesome. When I first came onto the Pro Circuit race team, he was my mechanic from the start, and we have a really close relationship. Actually, we have a friendship outside of just being rider mechanic, and he knows me well. He knows what I need and what I don't need, and we work together really well. I stay out full time out in California, so he's my practice mechanic. He's my race mechanic, and he's just as invested as I am, and he knows what I need. He'll throw a smiley face on the board when he knows he needs to. That's what's good about kind of our relationship and how we work together. So, it takes a whole team, and I feel like I have a really good crew around me to help me, succeed.
Perfect. Great job tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mitch Kendra.
Mitch Kendra from Racer X. My question's for Cameron. So obviously a little bit last week we talked about the podium finish starting off on the right foot. So now you get this win tonight. You're sharing the points lead with Jet. So obviously, it doesn't guarantee anything, but do you have, I guess, more confidence heading to Daytona, somewhere that you've had success before? And what's kind of your mindset as you attack this next week?
Yeah, I mean, obviously winning always gives you a little more confidence, and it feels good. Like the bike ride Monday morning is going to be a little bit easier. Yeah, it's awesome. And honestly, all these guys are going fast. Like I said, I think I said it earlier one time, that there's 6-7 of us that are really good right now on this coast, I feel. And I mean, I think we have to bring our best selves each weekend to be able to be here at the press conferences and talking to you guys. So that's the plan. I'm going to work hard this week, and there's still areas that I can improve. I didn't win all 3 mains, and Jet's riding fast, Jeremy's riding fast, and hopefully Austin's back, and RJ. There's a lot of guys. So you got to keep working for these.
And then just real quick, what were your thoughts? Obviously, the Triple Crown with the 3 races are all important in the starts and everything. But what was your kind of thoughts, I guess, on the right-hand first turn and how that, I guess, did that change your game plan at all, or what were your thoughts on that?
It didn't really change my game plan a lot. It was definitely different. I think that was maybe the second right-handed first turn I've ever raced in Supercross, maybe second or third, and it was pretty hectic. A lot of guys can come underneath you because you don't have your rear brake. It's definitely, you got to be strategic, and that was really important tonight, was the start. Like I felt like I put myself up front fairly well on 2 of them for sure. And the second main, it was a little bit more chaotic back there, so it felt good to get good starts for sure.
Awesome. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Revista Moto.
Hey, thank you, Daniel. Hey, Jet, question for you. Do you think the incident tonight will cause you to change your racecraft or your approach, or is this a one-off event or incident that you think you'll just regroup and you'll be back to racing and focusing on your racing next week?
I don't think I'll change much. I mean, that incident was just a quick, slight decision. That was a silly decision. So, riding side of things, I don't think I'll be changing anything. I mean, bike feels unreal. I mean, I put together probably could have been almost 3 whole shots, except for the second one. Stylus just got me, but yeah, I think bike's handling great. I'm feeling riding side of things really, really good. And I think this is the main thing, is just the decisions. Need to clean that up, and I think once we clean that up, hopefully I can be on track and start being up there more so with Cameron and the rest of the guys, and not be back in 20th trying to fight my way through like today.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Nick, Moto Limited.
Thanks, DB. Yeah, let's go Jet Lawrence again. Jet, that last main event in the last couple laps there, it looked like you were going through and everything at this thing. Did you have any idea at the time of which place you needed to be for the position, or was it just get to the front as quick as you can and get as many points back?
I could see, I seen Cameron out front, and I already had in my mind, I don't think I could get to him. He was already set sail, so my main goal was just to kind of keep going, and I saw Austin, Jeremy ended up going down across the start straight, so I'm like, okay, that kind of helped me a little bit with dealing with one less guy, and then I was just focused on the Austin, and just thinking ahead, okay, if I get him, then who's the next person, really? I was kind of feeling really good, and yeah, I can say what I wanted to happen, but you guys see what happened, so I mean, Vegas can't be choosers, so yeah.
And just secondly, have you had a chance to talk with Austin yet, or see him after the race at all? Or
Yeah, I went to the medic, halfway star medic place, and wanted to apologize because it's a crappy feeling. I'm pretty sure if you had that happen to you, I mean, you'd feel gutted. I mean, maybe taking a guy out in a turn or something, yeah, you probably feel okay, like not too bad. But I mean, taking a guy out like that and injuring someone, it's sucky feeling. I mean, I don't wish that upon anyone else, because I've been last 30 minutes been feeling like crap. So yeah.
Thanks, Jet.
Michael Lindsay, Vital Mex.
My question's for Jeremy Martin. Jeremy, kind of looking past this weekend, coming into the next round is, of course, Daytona, a round that a lot of people would probably consider you a favorite to win due to your past results there, being more of an outdoor guy yourself. Are you stoked that it's this early in the season? How much really goes into this next week for you? How does anything really change in your mentality, your training program, bike setup, etc.?
I don't know. I'm pretty cranked for Daytona, and I'm pretty excited. It's this early in the season. I mean, I've been riding Supercross for a long time, so any chance, you guys know me, I love outdoors. I love to hammer. So any chance I get, like, to do the Daytona thing, it's obviously part Supercross, part outdoors. Hit some sand turns and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a nice little break, and yeah, hopefully we can be up front with the boys here and put on a good show.
Scott with Moto X Pod.
Thank you. This one's going to be for Cameron. Cameron, now that you've kind of gotten these first 2 rounds out of the way and you're sitting there tied for the points lead, does that kind of give you some validation, and like how do you carry that momentum into the next week?
Yeah, I felt like I gave myself some validation last year, honestly, and this is kind of what I expected to be, battling up front with these guys, but and what I worked for, like that was, the goal. So it's definitely a relief. Like I think we all go into the season kind of unsure where we're going to be, and we do a lot of laps at the test tracks, so it just feels really good to get racing and to get on the plane, come to the races, and let the work pay off. So the goal is just to keep working hard and keep doing my very best to execute as best as I can and see where it puts us. So I think we're going to have the same approach all the way throughout the year.
Yeah, bud.
Thank you. Jason Wygant.
Yeah, thanks. This is for Jeremy Martin. You just missed a podium last week. The math worked out in your favor. You got on the podium this time. How do you feel about your riding? Are you happy with the way you're riding, or is there more you think you got to get over the next couple of weeks?
I think my riding's it's not bad, but it's not. I don't feel like I do. The first 2 rounds, I don't feel like I'm riding like I do during the week. I mean, obviously I've got the tracks down at the Carmichael Farm or the Star Farm now, but I'm hammering down pretty good there. So I'd like to bring that game to the race day and be up front battling with the boys a little more. But that's the beauty of sport, you know. There's practice and then there's race day, and the truth is I need to be better on race day, and that starts during the week, and then you got to execute on the weekend. So it's just time to. We're 2 rounds in, and it's time to start being better.
Jamie, Moto X Pod.
Hey, J Mart, race 3, you had a moment coming out of the whoops where I thought you might torpedo, I think it was Oldenburg. How was your heart rate? How are you feeling?
Yeah, I tell you what, in practice I crashed in those, and my foot blew off, and then I was just like riding a mechanical bull, dude. I just let it go. And then in that main, I was just like, I knew I needed to get Oldenburg for the podium, and yeah, we got pretty wild there. I wasn't trying to run it in that hard on Oldenburg, but hopefully he goes back and sees the footage and sees that I was just holding on for dear life.
Yeah, it was pretty clear.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, man.
Brad Gephardt, and then Michael Lindsay. You can close it out.
Thanks, DB. Let's go to Jetson here. Preparation for next week, shaking off this evening and setting your sights on this championship.
Back to the chalkboard. Same thing I did this week. Really nothing different. And just kind of reset. I mean, pretty wild night for me tonight, but I mean, trying to worry about it during next week, I don't think it's really going to change anything. I can't change the story. It is what it is. So going to go back, do the exact same thing I did this week, and just come into the next weekend with an open mind. Hopefully not have the same night I did tonight.
Is the plan to ride some outdoors, or?
Probably not. I mean, we got a Supercross track that's pretty soft. So I think I'll just ride that. We didn't really need to add a Daytona section because I think riding outdoors kind of comes naturally to most people, I feel like. So I felt like I just need to ride Supercross, just get more and more familiar with the bike and the soil and that stuff, and riding some rutted out stuff. So yeah.
All right, thank you. Thanks, DB.
Cheers.
And Michael Lindsay.
Last question is for Cameron McAdoo. Cameron, up until this point, last couple seasons you've been with Pro Circuit, you did kind of a lot of bouncing around to find your home. A lot of people would, of course, kill to be on Pro Circuit Kawasaki. But you entered at a weird time, an era where the team has struggled a little bit more. Even though it's early into the season, this has definitely been a great start for you. The team, do you feel that the results you're putting in right now and the consistency, can you feel it sort of uplift the team and feel like, you know, Pro Circuit's kind of back on track? Can you tell that you're kind of giving that gift back to the guys that all work at the shop, Mitch and the whole crew?
Yeah, totally. I mean, they work so hard, and like I think everyone in our sport knows Mitch Payton and knows how much he wants to win and likes to win. So it really feels good to be able to do that for the team and for myself. You know, we all work so hard together, and you know, the mechanics, the crew chiefs, our suspension guys. It takes a big team, and you know, we've had our struggles, and they stick with it through us, and I've had my struggles, and the team stuck with it through me. So, or stuck with me through it. So, yeah, it does feel good to, you know, gift the team back, you know, what we're working for. So hopefully we can continue on and keep climbing up and doing better. So we gotta find a little more speed, I think, too.
Thanks, Cameron. Thanks, Daniel.
All right, thank you guys, and congratulations, Cameron, Jeremy, and Jet. We'll see you in Daytona.
Thank you.
Thanks.